there, Dr. Lissa here again. This time we're going to help out a sick glockenspiel. For this project you will need some furniture polish, possibly some Goo Gone to remove old adhesive, some boar oil that you can get at a music store, a pair of scissors, a hammer, a screwdriver, and possibly some needle nose pliers. Also have on hand a rag to clean with and a vacuum cleaner. I have here a collection of glockenspiels that have been repaired in some very creative ways using rubber bands. They're even so old they're not even stretchy anymore. And various other kinds of elastics to try and put a band-aid on the situation. Folks, the tubing and the nails only last 10 to 12 years under the best of circumstances. So when your rubber starts to rot, take care of your instruments. First thing we're going to do is remove all the bars and clean up the box. There's a whole colony of dust bunnies in here. They're very small, but they've been there for a while. So say goodbye to those. Next we'll remove all of the pins and the tubing. Don't plan on using these again. They rarely come out straight. And use a screwdriver to remove these thumbtacks that hold down the tubing at the end. Use some furniture polish and a soft rag and clean up the outside of the box. This will make it look like new. If there are any labels that you need to take off, you can use Goo Gone, put it on the residue from the tape or the label or the sticker, and let it sit for a while, and then it'll come off easily. I like using this kind of furniture polish because it makes the boxes look like new. Really helps restore the wood. Next, the bars. Simply wipe them off and then coat them with a thin layer of boar oil. Bars are a little tricky. Sometimes if you have really humid conditions in your classroom, the humidity will get to them, and that is a problem. But one thing you must never do is use any kind of abrasive on the bars, because you will end up taking off the finish. And another thing you shouldn't do is never ever ever soak them in any chemicals to try and remove rust or stains, because if you do that, this is what your glockenspiel will look like, and no one is going to want to play it. The zinc or nickel coating will come right off. The good thing is, though, it still sounds good. I would coat both sides of the bar with the boar oil. Coating both sides will help protect it from humidity. And one thing to consider with your glockenspiels is that ultraviolet light, even through classroom windows, can damage the rubber on the nails or on the tubing. And if at all possible, store your Glocks at least through the summer somewhere where it's dark, where the light isn't going to get to them. And if you have a very bright classroom, consider covering them when they're not being played. Will add on to the life of the tubing and the rubber on the nails. You should be able to just put these in the existing holes and give them a few taps. If you find that the holes are bigger and the nails aren't seating and they're not grabbing, you can always fill with wood putty first, and then it'll be like adding them to a brand new piece of wood. Look at that, 3 nails to spare. Now for the tubing. You'll want to secure it with a fresh tack at the end. These also can be purchased as replacement parts. They're actually not just regular thumbtacks. The shaft is a little bit longer, and you pierce the tubing with that right through the middle, and that's how you secure it. And then weaving it in and out the same pattern that it had originally. Not too loose, not too tight. And secure it at the other end with another tack. And there you have it, good as new. Ta-da! This Glockenspiel is going home happy today. It looks like somebody's going to be ordering a new C-bar too. I know sometimes kids have issues with taking the bars on and off the Glockenspiels with these black discs, but the beauty of it is that they can move them without having all the bars fall off if they're carrying them around the classroom from one place to another. And children can be taught to lift with both hands and then just slide the bar out. It is possible, so be patient with your students. And there you have it. That's how we clean up and recondition a Glockenspiel.